Welcome, my friends. Welcome to another Aimless Adventures vlog coming to you from Walhalla, South Carolina. I'm in a graveyard, but I have coffee, so it's okay. I'm checking out some old school graves, interesting tombstones, Confederate burial sites, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that from the town of Walhalla. The rain is coming down. I don't know how long this is going to last, so we better get a bus to move on. Let's do it. That's pretty sweet. That's probably circa 1800s. An old iron horse-drawn plow. Hop on, kids. It's time to go to school. That, my friends, if my cranial lobe is processing right and my tractor nerdery is up to speed, that's an old Fordson, kind of like the Ford car, but sun on the end. I don't know the year, but it sure looks like one. Check out that sweet crank. No glow plugs. No fuel injection. Get your crank on. And check out that radiator. Or radiator, depending on where you're from. Detroit. Motor City. Look at that carburetor. Dang. Yes, more hemorrhoid-inducing seats. There's a shifter over there. Pretty sweet. I suppose if I read stuff before I start filming, I would know it was a Fordson, as opposed to just guessing. Because not only is there one sign directly on the hello front end, but there's one right there. Pretty cool. That is a pretty big wheel on that steam engine. Now, if I remember right, when this thing gets cranking, that deal up there looks like it has two arms and two globes. Will, as it spins, those things will rotate. I'm not sure what the purpose is because I'm not an engineer or a mechanic. You don't want me fixing anything. Nope. No bueno. This thing would be in a sawmill and be used to propel the old mill to chop wood. And this one, based on what I remember, used to be in a sawmill that made caskets. So, yeah. That's pretty cool. This, you see this old folded canvas here, a belt that would have been used on one of these, or a smaller wheel, I would imagine, because that's pretty small compared to this jumbo wheel. Well, in case you're around these parts committing crimes back in the day, you may find yourself in this bad boy. This is a carriage that would carry convicts. And it looks like there's even some kind of bunk apparatus in there. Wasn't that nice? The criminals were able to relax. I'm not sure what the broom is for. Maybe they incarcerated a witch. I don't know. Check out these wheels. Look at the undercarriage on that fella. Well, here's a little info. It says this jail on wheels served on Oconee County for many years during the early part of this century before a permanent stockade was built. It and 3 similar ones were moved from rural work sites to work site pulled by oxen and mules. It served in all kinds of weather as home for between 12 and 18 prisoners. Dang! Bet you some fisticuffs went down in there. A barrel erected in the middle of the vehicle served as the only stove in the dead of winter, and heavy canvas curtains were rolled down to help keep out the cold. With the realization of the county's new law enforcement center for housing prisoners rather, it is perhaps fitting that we preserve this reminder of our past to show those who come after us just how far we've advanced, and that confinement for prisoners has become more humane. Wonder where they pooped. Just saying. There's some kind of right there, almost like a pipe went up. Maybe that was how they got the smoke out. They probably capped that barrel and ran the smoke up that way. Maybe that's where the barrel was. Not sure why those holes are there. Maybe so it didn't bend the steel after it heated up. And your dog too, my pretty. That's horse or oxen drawn, I would imagine. Farm equipment. Looks like some kind of tilling deal right there on the side. Those blades of death. Look at these things. Wasn't no OSHA around then, fellas. Nope. Get cut, tie it up, or bleed out. Dang. There's an old pump house. Not sure what it was used for, but it is pretty cool. It's fairly early here in Walhalla, South Carolina. Now this is Oconee County. Not sure if I said it already in the video, but I apologize if y'all are from here or you know what this town actually was called, or the county, or whatever I'm trying to say, because my verbiage was all jacked up. Patriots Hall, Oconee Veterans Museum. It says enter on the left side of the building, but I think I'm here too early. That's a pretty sweet looking building. Too bad they are not open. Well, here's some info on General John A. Wagner, a dude from Germany who apparently founded this town. You can pause that up and get your read on. Oh, we're continuing on the other side, it looks like. Well, according to that sign, General John A. Wagner was buried here in Walhalla. I don't know if he was originally buried in this cemetery we're creeping on, but the sign did say that he was moved. So we know his remains are definitely not here. But this is pretty cool, and I can't not look. These are a few Confederate burials. And that is straight up Sprechen Sie Deutsch. Born 1826. Passed into eternity 1862. That one's pretty interesting. It says, came to America November 20th, 1853, and then died March 4th, 1885. So even back then, it's got his birth, it's got his death, his two most important days, and then it's got the day he was obviously very proud of, the day he came to America. Pretty cool. This headstone here is one of the more interesting that I've seen. It's got at first I thought it was a fist, like a dude doing a fist bump, but it's a hand with a finger pointing towards the heavens. Never seen that before. And this one here says Holy Bible. And it's got the Bible engraved right there. Another interesting headstone. And that one says Aunt Lula. There's a name you don't hear much anymore, ladies. Who wants to be named Lula? Not seen any tombstones quake. And there's been no type of any kind of wake. Looks like we're venturing into the newer stuff. Or at least replaced headstones. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to pay our respects to J. Thaddeus Toad. Guilty! Moving on. No pun intended. This church is pretty old school. Construction started in 1859, finished up in 1862. Right across the street from that very sweet church is this. A monument dedicated to General John A. Wagner, founder of Walhalla, and to his co-laborers of the German Colonialization Society, August 23rd and 24th of 1900. Just hanging out in the middle of the street. It's simple and often overlooked, but I love moss growing on rocks. Just thought you might want to know that. This is the county courthouse here in Walhalla. I thought that entry right there was really cool. I love those doors. Don't know much about this place. It's not a super old looking structure, but it is pretty cool. Those doors. Right next door to the old courthouse with the sweet doors is the new courthouse with this monument here dedicated to those from Oconee County that served in World War I, II, Korea, Vietnam, Panama, and Afghanistan. And here's a little commemoration honoring combat wounded veterans, aka Purple Heart recipients. And it's right here in front of the new courthouse on what's called the Veterans Park. That's a huge house. Back in the day, that must have been... What the heck is that? Pretty cool house. Did you hear that? Hey, mister. The heck? I'm up here. Did you just say something? Yeah. You got wax in your ears? No. No, I don't. But Apparently McDonald's poisoned me again because I'm hearing a rooster call my name. You need to eat the chicken down below. Why did you just change your accent to be a Mexican from Guadalajara? Shut your face. Just eat the chicken. That is about the most rude rooster I've ever met. And no, I'm not going to eat in your restaurant. You're mean. Hater. I don't like you anymore. I love small businesses. And I love when they have great signs like best breakfast in town, lunch is even better. That's pretty cool. You can see the old cafe over there's got some folks, but for the most part, it's quiet time here in Walhalla. It's one of the stranger signs I've seen, our name for a business, Snooper's Paradise. Alright. When's the last time you saw one of these just getting its spin on? It's the silver shear. Prepare to be hypnotized at the silver spear. I have no idea why Arthur Brown has his name above that building, unless he's the one who built it. But what I do notice is, whoosh, there's an American bald eagle looking over Arthur's place. Tread lightly. The eagle has landed. Oh, man, I drove all the way down here to see a movie, and there's no drive-in. There's just this. Peach Drive-In, not affiliated with a drive-in or Peach Dragon. Void where prohibited. Hey, when you only sell one thing, why do you need a bigger sign? Keep it real. Hot dogs. That's all. Hot dogs. Seriously. We don't even sell the bun, or the ketchup or the mustard. Just the dog. So, yep. Seriously. At Mimi's, you can pick your cupcake, pick your icing, pick your sprinkles, but you will not pick this lock or this chain that keeps you from going up this circular staircase of awesomeness up to the top to toss your cupcakes at passers-by. Not up in here, player. Well, looks like I'm a little early or late, depending on what time I'm actually here. But I'm digging the songs of Appalachia. I could pass on the "Oh, Henry," but still kind of a good movie. Maybe hard to see, but that really cool building over there has a little hint to its German history right up there. Right there. There it is. It's right there. Maybe now. Werner, yeah. Old school wooden loading dock. And check out those signs. Man, those are cool. The patina looks so good. It earned it. I have no idea what they're trying to advertise. Below the home and auto store. Apparently they're selling gibberish, and if you want gibberish, it's on sale. Call that number. That is the old St. John's Meeting House. It says circa 1889, and I'm not sure if that's the original structure or if the original structure was on this lot before moving to that big church we saw earlier. All right, y'all, stretch your legs. We're about to run up this hill in rapid speed. Ready? Go. What is he doing? How is he doing that? It's like the David Copperfield of copperfish. David Copperfish? That was a bit of a run. Let's not make a habit of that. We made it. Looks like we made it. You know what also made it? That fish made it into the video. Somehow he's magically balancing on his tail, and he's made of copper. Well, my friends, thanks for joining me on another Aimless Adventures vlog, taking a quick, short jaunt around Walhalla, South Carolina. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly and not hacking up y'all's town name. But if I am, hopefully you'll show a little grace. Maybe you'll subscribe, like, share the video. And Lord willing, I'll see you on another Aimless Adventure. I see you perched up there, squirrels. You're not gonna kung fu me. Oh no! You got power of the squirrel. I got me power of the dragon. Watcha! Life gets crazy at times. Things move at a rapid pace. Sometimes you gotta stop and smell the bees!